welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a glowy AF no makeup look, or my version of a no makeup look when I want to look put together but not beat to the gods. So that's the look we're going to do today. I'm going to start off with skincare prep. That's something that I feel like on YouTube is not really shown that much. They always just jump right into primer. But skincare is everything. It makes the biggest difference in how your makeup looks and wears. This is the NARS Multi-Action Hydrating Toner. It's a great toner because it just takes away any dead skin that's on the surface. I'm actually just getting over a really bad cold that I had. And here in New Jersey, it's literally like 17 degrees or below. The other day was like 6 degrees. So my skin has been going through it, and this really does help to bring it back to life. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 pumps of this on my cotton pad, and I do nice circular motions and focus them right around the nose. I will tell you, my skin, I washed it last night before I went to bed, so I'm not dirty, but it's going to look dirty on the cotton pad because what that is dead skin. It's really funny because when I do this on clients, they're always like, see all the stuff that's on there? But I'll show you. See all that? That's actually dead skin cells. Dead skin cells tend to look more gray on like a cotton pad or anything like that. So I always start off with that. That makes such a big difference. Really prep my skin. My hair is, this is going on like 4th or 5th. No. This is 4th day curls. And if you want to see a video on how I preserve my curls, I'll put a card link to it right over here. But anyway, I'm actually going to get a diva cut today, a follow-up diva cut. I'm so freaking excited, but I need to wrap this hair up. All right, I just pinned my hair back a little bit. This is Laura Mercier's Flawless Skin Tone Perfecting Cream. It's just a really nice, rich moisturizer, and I like to use this. Take a little on the back of my hand. All right, and then I'm gonna mix that with Midnight Recovery Concentrate by Kiehl's. If you are new to my channel, if you're not new to my channel, you'll know I love this stuff. This is actually not a beauty oil to use during the day, but since my skin is so chapped and dry, I'm actually gonna mix that into this moisturizer and apply that onto my skin. I just did 2 drops, and I'm really focusing that wherever I have the breakouts. So over here, on here. This stuff smells so good. It smells like just pure lavender and citrus. It's so good. I love it. See, all these steps I do before I put primer on, and every time I'm watching YouTube videos, I feel like I'm sure these girls are doing it, but they like skip the whole skincare prep. It's the most important part of makeup. So there's that, and then I'm gonna do brows. So I'm gonna start off by using a spoolie and brushing my brow hairs upwards in the way that they naturally grow. I'm gonna go into e.l.f.'s Lock On Liner and Brow Cream, and this is the color Espresso, which is a very dark color, matches my hair. And I'm gonna just take a tiny bit, and on the cap, let me see if you can see that, I'm going to kind of flatten my brush out on the cap so that it's nice and skinny on both sides, and then I do it on the back of my hand to get rid of the excess. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start going from underneath the brow. I always like to build underneath the brow, and I'm gonna do little tiny hair-like strokes. So I'm literally barely putting any pressure on my brow at all. So I start underneath the brow, and then I work my way to the tail. And then in the arch and at the arch, I kind of start filling in there too. And I've never dipped back into my pot of shadow. I'm just using still what's on my brush. So it's not very much. As you can see, I'm starting to build the difference from one side to the next. I have like a little missing gap right there, so I like to really fill in that gap. And then when I go this way, I make the point facing downward, so that way I can flick in brow hairs. So yeah. Like I said before, I'm going to go get my diva cut today. I'm really excited. It's been about October, November, December, January, about 4 months now since I had my first diva cut, and my hair grows like tumbleweed. Like, it's so ridiculous how fast my hair grows. My hair grows so ridiculous. Like, a normal person, 4 months is not that long in between haircuts, but for me, woo, my hair just grows so crazy. See that? Nice and easy. All right, and then I'm gonna take a little brow gel. This is from the Brow Gal by Tanya Brooke. And I'm just going to brush my hairs up and out. So I give them more of a feathery, not blocky kind of a look. Let's work on the eyes. So as a base, I'm gonna be using MAC's Soft Ochre Paint Pot, which is like a skin toned cream eyeshadow, but it works as a wonderful eyeshadow base. I think it makes everything stick and last long and pop. And I'm just doing that with my ring finger. I'm just patting that in. So yeah, I'm gonna go get my Diva cut, and I'm really excited because I want to probably get highlights in my hair just a little bit because I've never had any professionally done. And I just feel like my hair is so blah. I actually used to always have color in my hair, like pink or blue or purple. I actually at one point had my whole hair purple, believe it or not. And you know, I just need a change. I feel like I just need to, it's 2018 now, I need to open up my face and look a little different. Like, these were bangs-ish at one point, and they're like so long. I need a haircut so bad. So I'm gonna go into the Modern Renaissance palette. Everybody has this palette pretty much, so all it is warm tones. So I'm gonna just go into a flat shader brush, and I'm gonna go into the color Tempera, and I'm gonna pat that right underneath the brow bone and onto the crease. And all this is gonna do is it help for the shadows to blend better in the crease. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush from MAC. This is a MAC 224 blending brush. Any fluffy brush will do. I'm gonna go into the color called Burnt Orange, and I'm gonna do that in the crease in windshield wiper motions. So I take a tiny bit of powder on my brush, and then I just do like that, windshield wiper motions. And I always go back into my pan so that if I need a little bit more shadow, I can. See? Boom. So there's that. I'm just gonna grab a flat synthetic brush, and I'm gonna go into the color Primavera, and I'm gonna pat that right on the lid. It's a beautiful gold. My go-to color is always like bronzes and golds when I want to do just like a simple makeup. A makeup I don't want to think about. And then I just take the same brush I used Burnt Orange with, and I'm just going in back and forth in the crease again. See that? So now I have a little definition. Take a tiny bit on my brush, and I'm gonna just start doing circular motions on the outside. And I'm actually really putting such light pressure on my brush. I barely put any shadow there, and then I'm holding my brush all the way back here. The further you hold your brush from the back, the less pressure it's gonna apply and less color it's gonna apply on the eye. See that? So I just built up a little bit of color. So I kind of anchor it right here, and then I do little circular motions, buffing it in, and then I do motions going inwards. So that way you get a nice fade. See that? So simple, and it looks like put together, and like I spent more time on these eyes than I did. You can even take your brush, the fluffy brush, and tap, like when I say tap, barely get any of Love Letter, which is that hot pink, and tap it off like on a tissue, and apply that right over the burnt orange. I don't know if you can see that, but it gave it just a little warmth. See? All I'm gonna do is line my eyes, super simple. If you want a dedicated eyeliner video, let me know. I will do my best to try to film it. But this is just NYC's liquid liner. You can get it at the drugstore. It's like $3. This is NARS Rigel eyeshadow. This is my absolute, like literally one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. It's a beautiful rose gold champagne-y kind of a color. And I'm just gonna take my brush, my flat brush, and I'm going to pop that right in the tear duct. And I'm not being scared with that, like I'm really loading it on, because all it does is it just opens up your eyes so pretty. It just puts like a light on top of your eyes. So there's that. Now, while I was doing all that makeup, my skincare had some really good time to sink in and really do its job. So I'm gonna go in with my primer now. I'm gonna be using NARS Radiance Enhancing Primer, which is this guy, and I'm gonna be mixing it with Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Hydrating Primer. I'm gonna do that starting in the center of my face. The reason I'm mixing the Radiance one and the hydrating one is since my skin is on the drier side right now, I do want the hydration from the Makeup Forever one, but then the NARS one gives such a beautiful glow, so I just want to mix them both and get the best of both worlds. So I'm going to be using a sponge. I already did use this like yesterday, so that's why there's makeup on it. But this is actually a sponge from Shop Miss A, believe it or not. And it was literally $1, and it is so good. It's just as good as my Beauty Blender, I would say. If anything, better, because it's so big. I love the shape, and it's very, very squishy. So I'm going to be mixing high end and low end. So I'm going to be using Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. And this color is the color Bronze Beige Pro Filter Foundation in number 300. I'm so pale right now, so the Fenty Beauty would be a little too dark for me, and the other one is just a pinch too bright for me, so I kind of want to mix a little bit. I'm doing a half pump of Fenty Beauty and a tiny bit of the Wet n Wild one. I also like the finishes of both of these. The Fenty Beauty is very, very matte, and the Wet n Wild one's more of a demi matte, so I think together they make a really nice concoction. So I'm mixing that on the back of my hand. And then with the flat side of my sponge, I'm gonna I'm gonna tap. Especially this breakout over here, girl. And I don't really put foundation underneath my eyes because I tend to find that kind of heavy. I really love this mixture. I think it looks really, really pretty. Color-wise, especially. And you might be saying, Carly, you said we're gonna do glowy. You're using a matte foundation. Carly, you said we're gonna do glowy and you're using a matte foundation. This is NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Ginger. I'm gonna take a little bit of ginger and I'm gonna do it right in here, on the inner corners of my eyes. And then I'm gonna take honey, which is a lot lighter. And honey I'm gonna do on the outside of my eyes. Take a little bit of the ginger concealer right where I'm broken out, and I'm gonna let it sit. I also get a little darkness on the corners of my mouth, and I'm gonna let that sit too. The longer you let concealer sit without drying, it's gonna give you more coverage in the areas that you need, so hence why I always do that. And then I'm gonna take, this is also from Shop Miss A, so it was also $1, a brush. We're gonna definitely call this more of a date night look. I am actually going out with my boyfriend after tonight, so it is appropriate to call this more of a date night look, because who are we kidding? This is not nobody's no makeup look. So there's that. I really love this sponge. Like, I'm so mad I didn't buy more than one, because I thought there's no way this sponge could be good. Alright, now where we put the other concealer, I'm gonna take the sponge. I'm just patting that in. See? And it's disappeared. Okay, so now the thumb part. We're gonna add some glow to the skin. So I'm gonna go into Farsali Jelly Beam Highlighter. This is a really fun new product that I just got. I found the best way to apply this for maximum benefit was with a brush. So I'm gonna use a good amount on my hand. This is a Juki Beat production. Woo! See that? A good amount, because before I think I was like really scared of this product. It really blends out nicely. And I'm gonna take my brush. This is a MAC 159 brush, and I'm gonna blend this out. If you notice, I haven't powdered my skin, and that's important because if you're using creams on top of powders, it doesn't tend to look natural. It looks very patchy that way. See that? Whoo, girl. I love this Jelly Beam highlighter. I thought it was gonna be more of a like bam in your face highlight, but it's definitely more subtle if you take a look. See? And above the Cupid's bow. So this is the infamous MAC Patrick Star Set Powder. I'm gonna take a tiny bit of that, and I'm gonna just use my sponge because it's not that wet. And I'm going to do that right underneath the eyes. And I do really like this powder, by the way. It gives a nice bright look underneath the eyes. And I love how finely milled it is. I think he did a really great job with this powder. I'm pleasantly surprised. So I'm going to take a powder in my skin tone. And I'm going to knock off that Patrick Star powder with that powder. See that? I'm going to use this blush from Tarte. It's called Party or Party with an extended R. So I'm going to use that on my cheeks. I'm going to use another angled brush. And this is the first time I'm using this blush, so let's see. Woo, it's very powdery. That's a really pretty blush. That is very, very pretty. If you notice I kind of do like this puckering face. And that's just so like my cheekbones pop out, the apples in my cheeks pop out more and I can see. And then I apply going backwards. That is a really pretty blush. It's like a nice, soft, everyday blush. If you're looking for a really pretty, everyday pinky blush, that's one to get. For mascara, I'm going to use Tarte's Tartiste mascara. See, at this point is when I take my Rigel now, and I'll reapply that highlight right there. I'll do a little underneath the brow bone, just for an added oomph. So last and final step is lips. I'm going to just take a little bit of, I use this like in every video. I need to change up my lips, but I'm going to be using Loren's lip liner from NARS. It's like such a pretty everyday lip liner. And then I'm going to go in with my favorite lipstick. It's called Rose Cliff from NARS. And then spray my skin. I'm going to be using the Cover FX. I've been like obsessing over this spray. Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I really like this because I feel like it does actually set my makeup and give me a glow. It kind of does exactly what it says it does. You just have to give it a really good shake because it is very, very, very sparkly if you don't. Alright guys, that completes this tutorial on this, what turned out to be more of a date night kind of look. So if you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I put out new videos every single week. And make sure to hit that notification bell down below. That'll let you know every single time I do upload one of those videos. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!